Hello friends and welcome back to my video. In this video we are going to learn how to write if statement. So we can use if statement for a variety of purposes, but today we will learn how to write if statement to solve three kinds of problems. We have conditions, and based on these conditions today we will learn to write if statement. So here we have some data. It is about books. So this column talks about book type. We have different types of books here: biography, novel, philosophy, travel, cooking, health, and so on. The other column talks about age criteria, whether it is meant for kids or not. So if there is age criteria, then it is not meant for kids. If there is no age criteria, then it is meant for kids. So this is the data on which we will be working. So first thing that we will try to do is we will categorize whether which type of book can be called fiction or not. So as per the conditions that we are given, if it is a novel, then we can call it a fiction. If it is not a novel, then it is a non-fiction. So we will start writing the if formula equal to if. Now the first argument it is asking us is logical test. So what is the logical test it should do to determine whether it is a fiction or a non-fiction. So this cell if this cell is equal to, now we will look at the condition. If it is a novel, then call it a fiction. Now if B3 is equal to novel, now if the logical test is true, if this cell is equal to novel, then yes, it is a fiction, comma. If false, now if it is not a novel, then what is it? Then we will call it as non-fiction. Now close the parenthesis, close the formula and press enter. So we can clearly see over here cooking is a non-fiction. Since our condition says only when it is a novel, then it should be fiction. Otherwise, it is a non-fiction. Now we will drag down this formula. Now see, wherever there is novel, it is a fiction. Philosophy is non-fiction. Novel is fiction. Biography is non-fiction. Right. Now we will take some more complicated situation. Now they are asking us if it is health or if it is cooking, then mark it as fitness. If it is health or if it is cooking, then mark it as fitness. So here we will be using or condition inside the if statement. So write equal to if. Now logical test we are saying if it is cooking or if it is health. Now we have to put both these conditions. This is an either or condition. Now we have to put this in the logical test. So to put it in the logical test, write or and open the parenthesis. Now put the logical condition. Now the logical condition is if the cell is equal to cooking. This is the first logical. Now we will put the second logical. If the cell is equal to health or cooking. So cooking we have put. Now we will put health. Now close the or condition. Now if this condition is true, if B3 is either equal to cooking or is it either equal to health. If any one of this is true, then we call it as a fitness book. Otherwise, we call it as non-fitness book. Now close the if formula and press enter. So as we can see, since here cooking is written, so we are getting the result here as fitness. Now I will drag this down. Sorry. So we put health also as fitness. So here it is writing fitness. Cooking also it is calling as fitness. So we have to use or condition if we have this kind of situation. Now we have to determine whether the book is for kids or it is not for kids. So how do we define it? For kids, the age criteria should be no and it should be a novel. So the age criteria should be no and it should be a novel. Now how do we do this? Again we will write if. Now here we will have to use and condition because we have to satisfy both the condition. In case of or, we were satisfying only one condition, either cooking or health. But here we have to satisfy both conditions. It should be no also and it should be novel also. Now the logical one is if this is equal to no. And the second logical condition is this should be equal to novel. Now if both these conditions, this condition one and this condition two, if both these conditions are met, then write for kids. If both these conditions are not met, then write as not for kids. So this is our formula. If both these conditions, no and novel, if both these conditions, no and novel, that is why we are writing and. If both these conditions are satisfied, then the book is for kids. If these conditions are not satisfied, then the book is not for kids. Now we are clear with the formula and press enter. So we can see the age criteria is not being met and the book type is also cooking, so it is not for kids. Now I will drag this down. So only here we can say the book is for kids, which is the novel where age criteria does not apply. So this type of books are for kids. All other books, travel, biography, and novel with age criteria, those books are not for kids. I hope you find my video helpful. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you would like to learn anything else. Thank you so much. Bye.